Detective movies have captivated audiences for decades, blending mystery, suspense, and thrilling investigations. From psychological thrillers to classic whodunits, these films keep us on the edge of our seats, guessing until the very end. In this video, we'll explore 12 of the best detective films ever made. Let's dive into the world of crime and mystery. 7. David Fincher's Se7en is a dark and gripping detective thriller that explores the depths of human depravity. The film follows two detectives, the young and impulsive Detective Mills, Brad Pitt, and the wise, retiring Detective Somerset, Morgan Freeman, as they investigate a series of gruesome murders based on the 7 deadly sins. The eerie atmosphere, haunting cinematography, and chilling performance by Kevin Spacey as the enigmatic killer John Doe make Se7en an unforgettable experience. The film is not just about solving a case. It's a deep dive into moral corruption, justice, and the consequences of obsession. The shocking and brutal climax cements its place as one of the most powerful detective movies ever made, leaving audiences stunned long after the credits roll. Zodiac. Another David Fincher masterpiece. Zodiac is a slow-burning and meticulously detailed true crime thriller based on the real-life hunt for the infamous Zodiac killer. The story follows a group of journalists, police detectives, and amateur investigators, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr., as they become consumed by their quest to unmask the elusive murderer. Unlike traditional detective films that neatly wrap up their cases, Zodiac portrays the frustrating reality of unsolved crimes, where leads go cold and obsession takes a psychological toll. The film's haunting score, expert pacing, and commitment to authenticity make it one of the most gripping crime dramas ever made. Even without a definitive conclusion, Zodiac keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, proving that sometimes the journey is more terrifying than the destination. The Silence of the Lambs. Jonathan Demme's The Silence of the Lambs is a psychological thriller that blurs the lines between detective work and horror. FBI trainee Clarice Starling, Jodie Foster, is tasked with interviewing Dr. Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins, a brilliant but psychotic cannibalistic serial killer, to gain insight into the mind of another murderer, Buffalo Bill. The chilling cat-and-mouse dynamic between Starling and Lecter elevates this film beyond the typical detective story. Hopkins's portrayal of Lecter is mesmerizing, creating one of cinema's most terrifying and intelligent villains. The film won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and remains one of the most iconic thrillers of all time. Its psychological depth, unsettling atmosphere, and unforgettable performances ensure its place among the greatest detective films ever made. Nightcrawler. Unlike traditional detective films, Nightcrawler offers a unique perspective by focusing on crime journalism rather than law enforcement. Jake Gyllenhaal delivers a career-defining performance as Lou Bloom, a highly ambitious but morally bankrupt freelance videographer who records violent crime scenes to sell footage to TV news stations. As he pushes ethical boundaries, Lou begins manipulating crime scenes to make his footage more sensational, blurring the line between observer and perpetrator. The film is a disturbing commentary on the media's obsession with violence and society's desensitization to crime. Dan Gilroy's sharp script and eerie cinematography make Nightcrawler a gripping neo-noir thriller that exposes the dark underbelly of journalism, making it one of the most unsettling yet captivating films of its kind. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. David Fincher's adaptation of Stieg Larsson's best-selling novel is a gripping mystery that combines classic detective storytelling with modern themes of technology, corruption, and trauma. The film follows journalist Mikael Blomkvist, Daniel Craig, who is hired to investigate the decades-old disappearance of a young woman from a wealthy family. He is soon joined by Lisbeth Salander, Rooney Mara, a brilliant but troubled hacker with a dark past. As they unravel the mystery, they uncover a disturbing web of secrets, abuse, and murder. With its cold and atmospheric cinematography, haunting score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, and Rooney Mara's mesmerizing performance, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a chilling and intense detective thriller that keeps viewers on edge until the very end. Prisoners. Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners is a deeply unsettling crime thriller that explores the moral complexities of justice and vengeance. When 2 young girls go missing, their desperate fathers, Hugh Jackman and Terrence Howard, take matters into their own hands as the police investigation, led by Detective Loki, Jake Gyllenhaal, struggles to produce results. The film delves into the psychological toll of loss and the lengths people will go to when faced with helplessness. With its gloomy cinematography, a suspenseful and layered script, and outstanding performances, especially from Hugh Jackman, Prisoners is an emotionally intense detective story that questions the very nature of justice. The film's ambiguous ending leaves audiences contemplating the blurred lines between right and wrong long after the credits roll. Knives Out. Rian Johnson's Knives Out is a modern take on the classic whodunit genre, blending humor, mystery, and sharp social commentary. When wealthy crime novelist Harlan Thrombey is found dead under suspicious circumstances, renowned detective Benoit Blanc, Daniel Craig, is called in to investigate. The eccentric and dysfunctional family members all have motives, but the case is far from straightforward. Knives Out pays homage to Agatha Christie-style murder mysteries, while infusing it with fresh twists and witty dialogue. The film's clever screenplay, colorful characters, and engaging performances, especially from Ana de Armas and Daniel Craig, make it a thoroughly entertaining detective film that keeps audiences guessing until the very end. With its mix of satire and suspense, Knives Out proves that the classic murder mystery genre is still alive and thriving. Gone Girl. David Fincher's Gone Girl, based on Gillian Flynn's novel, is a dark and twisted psychological thriller that plays with the conventions of detective storytelling. When Nick Dunn's Ben Affleck wife Amy, Rosamund Pike, mysteriously disappears, he quickly becomes the prime suspect in a media frenzy. As the investigation unfolds, shocking truths are revealed, turning the case into a sinister game of manipulation and deceit. Gone Girl is not just a detective story. It's a chilling exploration of marriage, media sensationalism, and the power of perception. Rosamund Pike's brilliant performance as the enigmatic Amy makes her one of the most fascinating characters in modern thrillers. The film's unpredictable twists and psychological depth make it one of the most compelling mystery films of the 21st century. Sherlock Holmes. Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes brings the legendary detective to life in a fresh, action-packed, and visually dynamic way. Robert Downey Jr. stars as the brilliant but eccentric Sherlock Holmes, with Jude Law as his loyal companion, Dr. John Watson. The film follows Holmes as he investigates a series of mysterious crimes linked to a sinister secret society. Unlike traditional portrayals of Holmes, Ritchie's version highlights the detective's physical combat skills and sharp wit, making for an exciting blend of action and mystery. The chemistry between Downey Jr. and Law is electric, and the film's fast-paced storytelling keeps audiences engaged throughout. While it takes liberties with Arthur Conan Doyle's source material, Sherlock Holmes successfully reinvents the character for a modern audience, delivering an entertaining and stylish detective film. The Departed. Martin Scorsese's The Departed is a masterclass in crime storytelling, filled with deception, tension, and explosive action. Set in Boston, the film follows two men on opposite sides of the law, undercover cop Billy Costigan, Leonardo DiCaprio, and mob mole Colin Sullivan, Matt Damon, as they attempt to uncover each other's identities. With a stellar cast that includes Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, and Alec Baldwin, The Departed is a gripping and unpredictable detective thriller. The film's intricate plot, intense performances, and shocking moments make it one of the best crime films of the 21st century. It won the Academy Award for Best Picture, solidifying its place as a modern classic. The film's themes of loyalty, identity, and betrayal make it a must-watch for fans of detective and crime cinema. Memento. Christopher Nolan's Memento is a groundbreaking detective film that challenges the way stories are told. The film follows Leonard Shelby, Guy Pearce, a man suffering from short-term memory loss, as he attempts to track down his wife's murderer using Polaroid pictures and tattoos as clues. Told in a non-linear narrative, Memento forces viewers to experience Leonard's confusion and paranoia firsthand. The film's unique structure, thought-provoking themes, and gripping mystery make it one of the most innovative detective films ever made. As the layers of the story unfold, audiences are left questioning the reliability of memory and perception. Memento is a must-watch for those who enjoy intelligent, mind-bending thrillers. L.A. Confidential. Curtis Hanson's L.A. Confidential is a stylish and sophisticated neo-noir detective thriller set in 1950s Los Angeles. The film follows three very different cops: idealistic Ed Exley, Guy Pearce; brutal Bud White, Russell Crowe; and smooth-talking Jack Vincennes, Kevin Spacey, as they uncover deep corruption within the police force while investigating a brutal murder case. The film perfectly captures the glamour and darkness of Hollywood's golden age, with a gripping story filled with twists, political intrigue, and complex moral dilemmas. Kim Basinger delivers a standout performance as a femme fatale, adding to the film's noir aesthetic. L.A. Confidential is a masterfully crafted detective film that pays homage to classic film noir while offering a fresh and engaging take on the genre.